Okay. So, Bridgwater Town Council, which is why I'm here, right, proclamation by the Town Council on International Clash Day. So, and I'm going to read this like an oldie, worldy, medieval type of way, because that's how they sent it to me, but I've changed it. Let it be known that February the 7th is International Clash Day, which is why we're celebrating it on February the 5th. Be it recalled that Joe Strummer, lead singer and guitarist with popular punk rock combo The Clash, formed in 1976, establishing their unique sound, combining punk with reggae, funk and ska, behind socially conscious lyrics, and not only changed the face of modern music, but crucially moved to Bridgwater after doing so. Well, just outside of Bridgwater, Broomfield to be exact, or just outside of Broomfield. And be it recollected that on November the 17th, 2002, which is why we're here, Joe Strummer did play a popular music concert of a rock and roll nature at the Palace Theatre, Bridgwater, in order to raise money for the launch of innovative new film and media centre, the Engine Room. Yay. And that on that day, the current leader of Bridgwater Town Council, don't mention it, did mightily contribute to that event by playing bass with bottom of the bill support act Matt Bartlett and the Visitors, featuring Matt Bartlett, who's here tonight. Yay. Right. And be it crucially remembered that Joe Strummer actually chose to live in Bridgwater and wasn't sent here on a government retraining programme. So, let it be further recalled that on his first visit to Bridgwater, alongside internationally renowned filmmaker Julian Temple, who's also here tonight, who also lives in Bridgwater, well, just outside of Bridgwater, Strummer did visit the Bridgwater Carnival for the first time, a carnival justly famed the world over, and certainly up there with Rio and New Orleans and North Petherton, and on that occasion did hear two of his songs being played on the carnival floats that night, Rock the Casbah and, crucially, Should I Stay or Should I Go? And thereupon remarked, "This is a clash town, I'd like to live here." And thereafter he did. So, let it be known that Bridgwater, a town with a proud international history, stands not alone in this declaration, but shares it with peoples of far-flung quarters of the earth, specifically King County, Seattle, USA, and that's King County named after Martin Luther King, by the way, wherein dwells the radio station that has this idea in the first place, and asked us to do this proclamation. And there is a clause in British foreign policy that says we have to do everything the USA tells us anyway. So, therefore, let it be loudly trumpeted in a punk rock reggae style that the aforementioned Seattle and King County, recognised as a hub of creativity with a concentration of music industry leaders and so on. Well, people like Nirvana and that came from there, you know, and maybe Pearl Jam or someone and that. KEXP, who we've been playing all day as you heard it through here, yeah, and twitting and stuff like that. Right, so now therefore be it proclaimed that February the 7th is International Clash Day in Seattle and King County and in Bridgwater and Somerset and across the UK and in Broomfield, and we encourage and will enforce all residents to rock the Casbah. So that's now enforceable as Town Council policy. I got the Mayor to sign it the other day before he said, no, don't make me do this. I'll now countersign it myself. Yes, that's the one. And this is now official policy. Now, Dave, can you hold that for me a minute? Thank you. Yes. Excellent. It's also got an official mayor stamp on it. They're quite easy to come by. Just go upstairs in the town hall and get one. We've also got this proclamation that they've signed. The Mayor of Seattle, Mr. Murray, has signed it themselves. So there we are. Bridgwater, 6th twin town. There will be absolutely no exchanges and no council funds available for it. This cost me £3 to print. That's it, essentially. But that's the end of that, although we will frame those probably. And just before I hand over to Phil from the Engine Room, which is the important reason we're here tonight, because the Engine Room is such an important part of Bridgwater, and it was starting of that funding came from the Strummer gig in 2002. You know, and at that very gig, we have many people here tonight who have fond memories of that night or of the Clash, and I have a special prize here, which is Joe Strummer's actual autograph, which he signed on my album that night, which I was actually given to Attila the stockbroker, so it's signed to Attila, but this is actually a photocopy, don't worry about that. And it's got one of my albums on it, and if anybody has this tonight, that'll be the second of those that's gone. So there's been reminiscences going around tonight about the Clash, so I'd like to give this to the person with the most interesting Clash reminiscence. Any volunteers? You don't have to have the album. Any volunteers? Nobody. When you come to a Clash commemoration event and you don't have any memories, Dave, tell me your memory of the Clash.
You said this was the Rubettes Day.
Okay, so, Dave, have a presentation of the album that you're actually on. Right, okay. So, I'd like to hand you over to Phil Shepherd now to talk about the engine room. Cheers.